Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Waiting for some people to come on here, and all right, how's it going? Happy Monday, and welcome to a lunchtime edition of the Lehigh Valley with Love podcast. I am your host, George Wacker, and today I am joined by Sarah and Natalie, who are two HR pros. They're going to tell us about the upcoming SHRM Unleash Your HR Superpower event coming on October 8th. And we're going to learn more all about this. We're going to talk HR and everything in a second. Really quickly, I want to thank our sponsors, Lehigh Valley Health Network, Michael Bernardin with Remax Realty, Molly's Irish Grill and Sports Pub, Wind Creek Event Center, Banco Beverage Company, and our friends at WDIY 88.1. Sarah and Natalie, let me turn my theme music down here. Good morning and happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
So I described you guys as HR pros. I'm going to let you expand upon that a little bit. Maybe Sarah, can you go first? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
So, my name is Sarah Hessinger. I am currently a regional HR manager for a company called NFI. Been in HR now for a little over 10 years. And I've been a part of the SHRM Lehigh Valley chapter now for just over 3.
And Natalie, same question for you.
Sure. I'm Natalie Sullivan. I'm an HR partner for Air Products. I've been in HR for over a decade. I've been a member of SHRM Lehigh Valley for over a decade as well. And I'm happy to be here talking about HR on a Monday because I think that's everyone's favorite topic on a Monday.
Well, it's interesting to learn more about, the worlds that you guys are in. We call it SHRM, but it's the Society for Human Resource Management. I think SHRM is a fun acronym for it. It makes me think like you should have like a worm mascot, but like a cute one, like Shermie or something to that effect. But can you tell me a little bit more about what the organization does? Is it a place where, if I'm HR at Air Products, I can meet with HR at another company and kind of learn more all about the industry and so on and so forth?
Yes. So SHRM is a national organization. So SHRM National hosts their own conferences where people all over the globe who are in human resources can gather and go to large conferences and attend events. But parts of SHRM are just local chapters, and SHRM Lehigh Valley happens to be one of those local chapters where anyone in or around the Lehigh Valley can gather. We host our own monthly events, our own conference. So we're a subset of the larger organization.
Okay, and we're talking, specifically today about the 2-day conference, Unleash Your HR Superpower. I know there's a lot going on in this, and it would, take a lot of time to talk about it, but what are some of the insights or experiences that are the highlights of this conference on October 8th at Arts Quest?
Sure. So starting with a pun here, we know that you can't spell superhero or hero without HR. So sometimes we're that. Sometimes we need to be a hero because we're dropped just many different situations in our lap, and we need to know how to navigate those things. So we might need a variety of superpowers per se, and that could be flying around and understanding how employees are interacting, or maybe listening ears, like the power of extreme listening ears, so we can hear about employee experiences. And we might also need just the superpower of having unlimited power, where we can drive cultural change and we can define culture and maintain policies. So all of those are different superpowers that we wish we had. But to be more realistic, we don't have those superpowers, and we need real human powers. So this conference really is aimed toward equipping HR professionals with realistic human powers jam-packed into 2 days, and just giving you further insights on how to move forward in the HR profession.
What are some of the key trends that you're seeing or talk a little bit about how we're, coming out of COVID and things have changed. How has the landscape for HR changed in the last few years?
So I think, we saw some trends coming, but what COVID did was speed things up a little bit in terms of, really having to focus on our hiring and retention and getting a little bit creative with that. So some of the trends that we're going to be focusing on are in the conference are, diversity and inclusion. What key legislation took place this last year, and how does that impact your organization? And then like to throw in also a little bit of fun. You're out of the office for 2 days, you're in the HR community. So we also try to embed that throughout as well and just enjoy the time that we're there together.
And for going more in on what people can expect, can you talk about some of those breakout sessions where you're, really actually getting your hands kind of dirty and learning this stuff?
Sure. So we have, over the course of 2 days, we have 4 different breakout sessions. And during each of those sessions, you have 2 speakers speaking simultaneously. And so those topics are meant to be a little bit more specific than the general sessions. And I would even say you could call them like a mini workshop where they're intended to give attendees some tangible tools that they're able to then take back to their organization. So just a couple examples of things that we talk about within those are, pay practices, again, DEI initiatives, things like that.
And we're going right into it. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the wine welcome for SHRM. Can you talk a little bit about that event in general?
Yeah, so we are super excited for the wine event this year. We had 2 of our platinum sponsors approach us, so Bomber Wealth Management and Equinox Benefit Consulting. And so they came to us with an idea. In years past, we've done a more traditional happy hour at the end of the first day. And what we found was that it makes for a very long first day. And so our idea was to kind of have this event on the night before the conference to kind of kick us off. They're going to be bringing in a sommelier from Italy, from the Torciano Winery, which is amazing. And he's going to be doing a wine presentation, bringing wines with him, pairing it with some really great hors d'oeuvres. And so, again, we just thought it was a really fun, unique, relaxing way to kind of get to network and kick off the conference on a really high note. So.
And I know that you're going to HR professionals, but is there anything that maybe non-HR professionals could learn from this, or could they take another look at the organization? Or
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely our primary,
Sure.
target audience, but I think when it comes to leadership skills, that's for everybody and for the wide variety of topics that are going to be discussed, like they can all impact your organization's culture. And I think, that's something that everybody is part of. It's not just an HR responsibility. So definitely think that even if you're not in HR, that you can still come learn and take away some really great knowledge from the conference.
I know I said I won't ask you any questions that we didn't talk about, but I have one. For somebody like me, like I'm a small company that, I don't have an HR. I wish I did. Could it behoove maybe even smaller business owners to look at something like this, where maybe they don't have an HR department, but they still need to, or it would be beneficial for them to have HR skills, right? Like,
Yeah, so I think again, there's a wide variety. We go from motivational all the way down to like overtime pay practices. So, again, you might be part of a larger company where you have a separate benefits payroll department handling all of that, but you may not be, and you may want to know, like, am I being compliant with my pay practices and overtime? So that's where the breakout sessions too are really meant to, if you have 2 different topics, you can kind of pick like, yeah, that one I know I can take something back to my organization and give you that choice.
And we know this is coming up on October 8th and 9th, so relatively quickly. People who maybe haven't heard of you before, what's the best way for them to get more information? Is it to go to shrmlv.org? I'll even put that up there.
Yes. So that is our website. It has information about us as a local chapter. It has, that's where you would go to register for the conference. So that is your one-stop shop for everything.
All right. And is there anything else that you guys want to mention? Have you put on this event at Steel Stacks before where it's taking place? I mean, always like one of the best places in the Lehigh Valley for an event.
You want to take that one?
Sure. We got good feedback from the venue, so we decided to continue going there. We were
Yeah.
at another venue a couple years ago, and it wasn't going as well as we expected. And we really like the idea of keeping it in Bethlehem and keeping it at a place that draws so many people. So definitely love the venue and plan on keeping it there for as long as we can.
Well, Sarah and Natalie, I appreciate you guys coming on a Monday morning to talk HR. We're looking forward to the event on October 8th and 9th at Arts Quest. I did drop this in the comments, but if you want to get more information, visit www.shrmlv.org. It's going to have not only all the information on the upcoming Unleash Your HR Superpower Conference, but also more information about the group itself. So can you talk one more thing? If perhaps you can't attend this event, you know, something's going on that day, why would you encourage HR professionals who are maybe not a part of SHRM or haven't heard of SHRM, why would you encourage them to join or take a look?
Well, I would say that this is the only HR dedicated organization in the Lehigh Valley. So by being a part of our chapter, you're really opening up your network to other HR professionals in this area. So that could mean things for you personally, whether somebody has an opportunity for you or just building your own resources. So I say if you're in an organization and something comes up and you're thinking to yourself, you know, I know just the right person that I can reach out to help me with that. You'll have that network by joining SHRM and meeting other professionals in the Valley that are from organizations, and gathering just their insights and experience and advice will really help you in your own professional life.
All right. Makes sense. I appreciate you guys coming on a Monday. We're looking forward to the event. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
See ya.